Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। नामचार्य दास हरिदास ठाकुर जी की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I welcome you all to Bhakti Sangha Japa Conference Call for today's mid-morning session. Thank you all so much for joining. This is Shivani from Ashburn, Virginia. Let us move to the next part of the session. Today's class will be given by His Grace Radha Pramod Prabhuji on Sri Caitanya Bhagavata, Antya kanda 3.461 to verse 487. May I know who have joined this morning?
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada, this is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, Anita Mataji, for that very beautiful recitation of the Bhagavad Gita. And thank you, Shivani Mataji, for warmly welcoming everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasini Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to serve you all. Happy to hear that your voice is better, you're feeling better, Mataji. All glories to your services. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvita Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. All glories to your services, Mataji. Thank you for joining and giving a beautiful association this morning. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Neetu Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you for joining on daily basis, Mataji. Very happy to have you on the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji, Dandvat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you so much for joining and giving a beautiful association this morning. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to all the assembled devotees on the call. This is Harita from Texas, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you for joining and giving a beautiful association this morning. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your wonderful services. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Nita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you for the beautiful Bhagavad Gita recitation and all glories to your services. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we're very fortunate to have His Grace Radha Pramod Prabhuji. But before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to start by sharing a quote by Srila Prabhupada ji. The principle of chanting is glorifying the Lord, not to attract a crowd. If Krishna hears nicely, then he will ask some sincere devotees to gather in such place. Letter to Subhal, November 12, 1967. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Radha Pramod Prabhuji to enlighten us on Sri Caitanya Bhagavata Kanda, verse 3.461 to verse 487. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Radha Pramod Prabhuji. Thank you for giving us your valuable time and association this morning. Very happy to have you on the call. Waiting eagerly to hear from you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. I now hand over the call to you. Please take over, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्त वृंद चैतन्य भागवत अंत्य कांड चैप्टर 3 Mahaprabhu's deliverance of Sarambhattacharya, exhibition of his 6-armed form and journey to Bengal. Text 41 to 41 onwards till I'll just check.
To 487, Prabhuji.
Yeah, 4612 to 487. Okay. Ninda pratake esha prayaschitta kahi lena Sri Gaura Sundara Avatara. Sri Gaurasundara has revealed the essence of all atonement for sinful people who engage in blasphemy. Ei Ajnana Eina Mane Ninde Sadhujana Dukkha Sindhu Maje Base Sei Papi Gana. Those sinful people who do not accept these instructions and blaspheme silently persons float in an ocean of misery. चैतन्येर ज्ञायै मानये वेदसार सुखेयै जनहया bahu sindhupara. Those persons who accept the instructions of Lord Chaitanya as essence of Vedas happily cross the ocean of material existence. Those sinful persons who accept Sri Chaitanya Dev as the absolute truth and follow his instructions by begging forgiveness from Vaishnavas for their offenses are able to cross the ocean of material existence, keep faith in the words of Lord Chaitanya and attain their own welfare. Vipera karite prabhu tattva upadeshe Kashnika Pandita Devanandera Pravesha. As the Lord was instructing the Brahmanas in spiritual knowledge, Devananda Pandit arrived there. Grihe Vase Yekhana Achaila Gaura Sundara Takhane Yateka Karilena Parananda Premamaya Devananda Pandite Ramane Nahila Vishwasana Dekhila Ye Karane. When Gaurasundara was enacting his ecstatic pastime as a householder, Devananda Pandit did not have faith in him. He was therefore unable to understand the Lord. Deki bhara yogayata achaye punahtana tabe ke nana dekhila Krishna se pramana. Although he had the qualification to see the Lord, only Krishna knows why he was unable. Sannyasa kariya yadi takura chalila tanra bhagye vakreshvara asya milyaya. When the Lord left home and took sannyas, Devanand Pandit had the good fortune of meeting Vakreshwar Pandit. Vakreshwara Pandita Chaitanya Priya Patra Brahmananda Pavitra Yandra Smaranera Matra. Vakreshwar Pandit was a dear associate of Lord Chaitanya. Simply by remembering him, the entire universe becomes sanctified. Niravadi Krishna Prema Virha Vihvala Yandra Nritye Devasura Mohita Sakala. He was always overwhelmed by ecstatic feeling of separation from Krishna. Even the demigods and demons were amazed by his dancing. अश्रुकम्पस्वेदहास्य पुलकहुङ्कार वैवर्ण आनन्द मूर्छ आदिया ये विकार चैतन्य कृपाय मात्र नृत्य प्रवेशिले सकले आसिया वक्रेश्वर देहि मिले. Whenever Vakreshwar Pandit began to dance by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, all the ecstatic transformations of love, like tears, shivering, perspiration, laughter, hair standing on end, roaring, and becoming pale, appeared in his body. Vakreshwara Pandita Uddhama Vikara Sakala Kahite Sakti Achaye Akhara. Who have the power to describe Vakreshwar Pandit's unlimited transformations of ecstatic love. Daive Devananda Panditera Bhaktavase Rahile Tanhara Ashrame Premarase. By the arrangement of providence and being bound by Devanand Pandit's affection, Vakreshwar Pandit stayed for some time in Devananda's ashram and enjoyed the mellows of ecstatic love. देखिया तान्हारे तेजा पूज्य कलेवर त्रिभुवने अतुले विष्णु भक्तिधरा देवानंद पंडिता परम सुखी माने अखित्वे प्रेम भावे करे न सेवने. Seeing Vakreshwar Pandit's effulgent body and his devotional service to Vishnu, which was incomparable within the three worlds, Devanand Pandit became greatly pleased and sincerely served him with affectionate love. Vakreshwara Pandita Nachayana Yathakshane Vetrahasta Apane Bhulena Tatakshana. As long as Vakreshwar Pandit danced, Devanand Pandit would guard him with a stick in his hand. The word Bhulena means walked around. आपने करेना सबलोक एक भीते पडिला आपने धरी राखीने कोलिते. He would personally keep people away from Vakreshwar, and when Vakreshwar is about to fall unconscious, Devananda would catch him in his arms. Tanhare angera dhula bada bhakti bane apanare sarva anga karena lepane. He would affectionately clean the dust from Vakreshwar Pandit's body and smear the dust all over his own body. Tanra sangeta ki tana dekhiya prakasha takane janmila prabhu chaitanya vishwasa. While Vakreshwar Pandit stayed with Devanand Pandit, Devananda observed his glories and thus developed faith in Lord Chaitanya. Vaishnava Sevara Phala Eka Kahe Ye Purana Tara Sakshi Ye Sabha Deka Vidyamane. The fruits of serving Vaishnavas described in the Puranas were directly seen in this instant. As a result of serving Vaishnava, Devanand Pandit of Kulia developed faith in the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu. Vakreshwar Pandit's stay in the house of Devananda became the cause of Devananda's auspiciousness. Although this Devananda Pandit took to the path of smarta religious principles, he was greatly learned and self-controlled. He did not recite any literature other than Srimad Bhagavatam. He was fixed in the Supreme Lord, and he was not controlled by his senses. But he had a lack of faith in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By the mercy of Sri Vakreshwara, His sinful mentality was removed and he became faithful to the Supreme Lord. Ajanmadharmika udasina jnanavana Bhagavata adhyapana vinanahiyana. From his birth, he was religious minded, detached, and learned. He did not teach any literature other than Bhagavatam. Santadanta Jitendriya Nirlobha Vishaya Praya Ara Kateka Vagunatan Rehaya. He was peaceful, self controlled, sense controlled, free from greed, and endowed with many other good qualities. Tatapi Gaurachandre Nahila Vishwasa Vakreshwara Prasade Se Ku Buddhi Vinasha. Yet he had no faith in Gaurachandra. That sinful mentality was destroyed by the mercy of Vakreshwar Pandit. Krishna Seva Haite Vaishnava Seva Bhada Bhagavata Adi Sabha Shastre Kailadada. The service of Vaishnava is superior to the service of Krishna. All the scriptures headed by Srimad Bhagavatam confirms this. Srimad Bhagavatam has firmly established that devotion to a Vaishnava servant of Krishna is superior to devotion to Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam and Padma Purana. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnu param tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samachanam. Of all types of worship of Lord Vishnu is best. Of all type of worship of Vishnu is best. And better than worship of Lord Vishnu is the worship of his devotee. The Vaishnava is also, it is also stated, Sarvatra Vaishnava Pujaya Swarge Mritye Rasatale Devatanam Manushanam Tataiva Yaksha Rakshanam. The Vaishnavas are worshipable in heavenly planets, in the earthly planets, and in the hellish planets. They are superior to demigods, human beings, yakshas, and rakshasas. Siddhir bhavati vayinete samshayachyuta sevinam nishmasayastu tad bhakti paricharyam ratatmanam. There may be doubts whether the servant of Supreme Personality of Godhead will attain perfection, but there is absolutely no doubt that those who have attached to serving the Lord's devotee will attain perfection. And today's last words. Te ke Vaishnava Seva Parama Upaya Bhakta Seva Haite Se Sabhaya Krishna Paya. Therefore, service to the Vaishnava is the best means of deliverance. Everyone can attain Krishna by serving the devotee. The word eteke means for this reason or that is why. Many people may not attain any fruits by serving Krishna, but by serving the devotees of Krishna, attainment of Krishna is guaranteed. If one serves the lotus feet of anyone who serves the lotus feet of Sri Vakreshwar Pandit, he will certainly become qualified to attain love for Krishna. Since Krishna resides in the body of Vakreshwar, whenever Vakreshwar dances, Krishna happily dances along with him. Wherever Vakreshwar resides is more sanctified than all holy places. It is Vaikunta. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-janashalakaya Chakshurunmelitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharini निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak on Chaitanya Bhagavatam. The important thing is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is talking about Vaishnava Aparadh, and this section is trying to help understand how to come out of it. And even Devan Pandit also did a Vaishnava Aparadh. He did not directly do, but he did not stop his students insulting Srivas Pandit. So that's the reason Lord was upset with him, and but fortunately he got association of Vakreshwar Pandit, and that helped in his deliverance. And the problem is that we have to know how to apply our philosophy. We have to live according to our philosophy. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talk with his companions how to communicate, how to deal, how to properly follow the Vaishnava principles. So the principles of our culture. So we need to learn how to live according to the philosophy. We must know that we have the most personal religion. The highest manifestation of Lord's mercy is his personal form. And that is the uh, so the most personal, the personal form of the Lord, right? So that is the highest manifestation of Lord's mercy. See, Lord's mercy we are all getting. We are getting sunlight, we are getting water, we are getting food, we are getting rain, we are getting so air, wind, and all these things we are getting. It's all Lord's mercy, right? We don't create any of these things. We only utilize them. But who is giving? Lord is giving it. But of all this mercy, the personal form of Lord is the highest mercy because we can develop a relationship. Say we go to a place where you went to a party where nobody knows you, and and you are alone, and everybody is like a stranger, and suddenly some person comes and no, he is nicely talking to us, he's responding, or you saw somebody whom you know and he's coming and talking to you, immediately uh, you feel the uh, difference, you feel very nice. Why we feel nice? Because we are identified as a person. So the personal relationship is the highest pleasure, and our philosophy is that now we need to learn how to live in accordance with our philosophy also. So what is stopping us is this Vaishnava Aparadhas. And we must know that we have the most personal religion. Among the devotees, the most warm, loving relation should be built. Therefore, we need to learn how to interact with each other. So Vaishnavas, whose life is described in the scriptures, so we will try to see, like, uh, we should ask the question, why am I progressing very slowly in Krishna consciousness? Why does my heart change so slowly? So we are studying all these things, but why this Cheto Darpana Vardhanam, the Chitta Vritti Nirodha? Why it is happening very slowly? So that we should try to understand. So because Shastras say that our mind is compared to a reservoir. So when the sea is full of calm, we can see the diversity of the sea world. There are corals, there are fishes, plants, stone. You can people who go dive deep and diverse. but only a small mountain, something in the surface, very little we can see. But when we go dive down, we can see so much. Similarly, if a person's mind is calm and having looked into the heart, a person can see uh, the innermost things properly. First, we'll see our anarthas, then we'll see the Supreme Lord. So that is why we have to work on keeping our mind very calm. So if a person mind is very calm, extremely calm, having looking into his heart, a person can see this. So, and Bhagavad Gita says that he who defeated his mind or who has conquered, he can reach Paramatma. That means he found that calmness. So an excited mind is what prevents us from remembering Krishna. So there are a lot of desires in the mind, lot of dirt is there. Therefore, it is very difficult to focus on the Supreme Lord. The purpose of studying scriptures is to calm our mind, clean it from all the filth that is located there. So when we reassure our mind, we can hear that the Supreme, hear what the Supreme Lord from the heart is telling. So that's why, like, one survey was performed in America regarding which religion has the highest philosophy. Hmm. So, and interestingly, many more than 50% noted this Hare Krishna people have no highest philosophy. And then another question was there in that questionnaire. Which one have very personal relationships? Which religion? And Hare Krishna came somewhere in the below. Even though ours is a very personal religion, but we are not doing it. The reason is we are not able to relate to people properly and we are committing offenses. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach it. So, Dhanurdhar Swami, he was the son of a very wealthy parents. So often parents do not share the religious views of their children. So, and his parents did not like that he became a devotee. So they hired a deprogrammer. So these are those people who, for a lot of money paid by their parents, forcefully force the children to abandon their interest, especially religious beliefs. So these people, uh, they took him directly from the temple and took him to the outskirts of the city, locked in a hotel room. They tied him from head to toe to a chair and tortured him for 3 days and nights. Continuous torture. They did not let him sleep also. By violence, humiliation, screams, and threat, they mocked him for 3 days. So, like, it's so difficult situation for him. So, Dhanudhara Swami said that never in my life I have so carefully repeated Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that 3 days, he was telling they were not so much torturing and they were not letting him sleep also. He said, I prayed to the holy name 24 hours a day. I just called out the holy name so as not to get crazy. So I'm, no, so much he was, no, repeating because they were torturing and doing all sorts of violence so that he forgets Hare Krishna. But he was so fearful that I may forget. So he was continuously repeating. And uh, on the third day, he heard the voice of Supreme. Paramatma only directly spoke to him. He said, do not worry, everything will be fine. So he got the voice from inside. So do everything I will tell you. Learn a little lean little to the left. The rope there is weakened a little. Now lean to the right and then make such movement. The man who was completely attached to a stool with the ropes, he was born. He was untied. So Paramatma only guided him how to come out of that tired stool. And then Lord said, get up, go straight, open this balcony, and you see a neighboring balcony, jump onto it, grab the whatever the some pipe or something is, he says, push it, and then uh, now this window is then open, climb and get out of it and run away. So he got all the voice from inside. So Paramatma, in that crucial situation, he helped him. So the Yoga Sutra Patanjali Muni says that if Lord wants to kill someone, no one can save him. And if Lord want to protect someone, nobody can kill him. This is a very important principle. A person who defeats his mind can receive the instructions of super soul directly from the heart. So this is actually what happened. 3 days he was just continuously chanting. He could control his mind and immediately could hear. So the directly from the Supreme Lord. So Bhagavad Gita, it is said that the goal of yoga is to control our mind, to defeat our raging mind. So this is the goal of what we do. If we can constantly communicate with the Almighty, then we can remember the Lord 24 hours a day. So what is the cause of anxiety in the mind? The reason is the excitation of our mind. That is anartha. So anartha is a dirt in the heart that makes our soul a beggar. Dirt that does not give us the opportunity to gain Krishna consciousness in the heart. To find we are not able to remember the Lord. The true wealth is prema, the love for Krishna. So prema dhana. So the soul, which is actually devoid of prema, is actually, it is becoming like we are like beggar now. It is not the absence of money that makes us poor. It is lack of love that is making us poor. If there is no love for God, then we are all beggars only. We are very poor. Like Prabhupada was in, I think, Gujarat. Then one reporter, they say, Swamiji, what are you doing for poor people? You are only spreading to rich people. Prabhupada said, according to, you are giving to only intelligent people or rich people only, you are giving Krishna conscious. Prabhupada says, according to us, everybody is a beggar. Whoever is not having Krishna is a beggar. So it is not lack of love that is making us poor. It is lack of love. Like as Radhanand Maharaj says that how much rich you are is depending on how many things you have which money cannot purchase. That much rich you are. So this is actually they are poor. There is no love for God. Then we are poor in all respects only. So at the time of death, we will lose everything. The only thing we can take with us is our relationship with Krishna. So it is said that the heart does not have to uh, uh, does not have a trailer. So anarthas, it is just it goes to Krishna directly. Anartha is what deprives us of this true wealth and what excites our mind. So there are 16 types of anarthas. All of them burn only in the process of obtaining transcendental knowledge. So we have a lot of work to do. We have to clean our heart. So if a person is purely repeating the holy name, Shuddhanam, then the transcendental knowledge opens in his heart. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Harinam Chintamani says that a person will never be clean without insults, so the singing the holy name, until he gained Sambandha Jnana. So as long as we don't have proper Sambandha Jnana, we commit offenses. So without knowledge, a person cannot repeat the holy name without offenses. So we need to, that's why the philosophy should be properly understood so that we don't commit offenses. So this is the point which I wanted to make. Why offenses are committed? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is talking about offenses here. The reason for offenses is, this is the main reason. So when we repeat the holy name, then for us this is sometimes it becomes a tedious service. See what happens now, we are running all the time. And when it comes for chanting, then also we run. When I will complete my 16, when I complete my 16 now, we are running there also. But we need to make our mind calm. That is the reason we have to go to holy places. When we go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, and when we go to the Samadhis of Acharyas, our mind should become calm. There, then we'll experience the vibrations of that place. We need not rush. Just go to the Dham, I went to this place to see, this place to see. You are running from place to place to place. That won't work like that. When we come to Dham, we should just settle everything. Mind should become more calm, experience the vibrations that is happening, and then we'll be able to, that state. Then when we chant, we go only for chanting. So we don't rush in chanting. We are not in hurry to complete our rounds. It won't work like that. We want to be cool and calmly do it. So we have to fight with our mind, and which is wandering throughout the universe. So the name of Krishna means, generally in initial stage is nothing for us, because we do not understand what we are repeating also. We don't understand that this must be done, but we understand it must be done, but we don't understand the depth of the process. So like that is the reason we Krishna, when we read all these things, then we understand the greatness of Krishna. Who is Krishna? How Krishna is pastimes, how he acts, how he behaves. We understand how Krishna permeates every atom of space, universe. We understand that he is the source of all planets, demigods. He is the best friend and benefactor of all living entities. So you understand that he is the Lord of all planetary systems. So all these things what happens is, we understand that the supreme uh, Lord in the heart of everyone and resting place. So all these things will help the quality of our chanting. If we understand the amazing qualities of Krishna, all these things. So this knowledge properly we need to gain. So then we don't commit offenses. So committing offenses to Vaishnavas and also to the holy name, both are offenses. So it is said that it's not easy actually to understand the Lord if we are committing offense. So what happens when we commit offense? We are going exactly opposite to the principle of service. So we want to become closer to Lord. We want to go to spiritual world. Exactly opposite to it is Vaishnava Aparadha. So that we should understand, because it is damaging our heart. So when we commit offenses, what happens is it damages our heart, and then the tendency to serve is gone. So now if I commit Vaishnava Aparadha, if I find faults, why do I find faults? This is because of envy. Actually, I want to tell some other things, but I'll just tell a few points on this. So, so many people think that initiation is to sit next to a born the yajna kund, and then there are 3 rows of kantimala we have to put, and now uh, I can look down upon somebody who is not initiated. Then I have a Brahminical initiation, and now I am second initiated. It is not an imitation. because children also have some spiritual needs. They can also wear 10 rows of kantimala. They can also sit in front of yajna. They are also initiated or sometimes not initiated. But it is not actually making so much difference. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu want to tell here is a very deep principle. So, this means if a person, initiation means that he is entering into a relationship with Krishna in the spiritual world. So that is what we understand. It's all relationships. So where we can, it's not something, some formality, it's all relationship. And exactly opposite relation is aparadha. So when we commit offenses, so offenses, that is because of envy. Why envy? Because I consider things that are I and mine. Aham mameti. Deha patra kalatradishu atma sannesha satsapi. Tesham pramatto nidanam pashyannapi na pashyati. We only see things, everything in related to me. I am the center and whatever is connected to me. That's why when we go to temple, we do parikrama to the Lord. We go to Holy Dham, we do parikrama of the Dham. What does this parikrama mean? We are putting the Lord in the center and telling, okay, my dear Lord, everything let it you be the center. Now presently I am the center. So that's why we see that Parikshit Maharaj, when he asked, and Sukadeva Goswami, his first instructions he starts. He says that, Nidra hiyate naktam vyavayena chavavayaha diya charti haya rajan kutumba barnenava. So that he says that the envious householders, Prabhupada writes the translation, the envious householders, Tesham. So he says that Nidra hiyate naktam, their daytime goes in earning money, night goes in sex life and sleep. So he writes envious householder. Why envious householder? As long as I think these are mine, aham mamiti, I and mine, we have envy. But when we know that this is all given to be my Krishna, then only we will be free from envy. It's not mine, it's Krishna's. He just gave as a caretaker. Now I have this laptop. If I know it is Krishna's only, for some time I am given this, I just have to utilize some time for his service, then I will not be possessive. Otherwise, we become possessive, I and mine. We become envious. And when we say this is mine, then that is neighbors. So, but we always have, mine should be always good. My product should be good. And if somebody is doing better than me, then I'll become upset. Their house, my house should be better. My car should be little bigger than their car. And if it does not, then I'll become envious. So then it causes offenses. So this is one of the reasons. Of course, there are other reasons also. And if they are doing better, or so some way or other, we get affected by it. So, so we have to overcome this. Ours is a personal religion. We have to change our heart, especially in identifying things. This is not so easy, especially if we are in persons in the family life, more difficult, because the pleasure is in when we are identifying something is mine, then uh, then we cannot come. That's why we have to hear properly. Then there is repeat the things, and then there is memorizing things. We have to do all these things about spiritual subject matters. Slowly, slowly it sinks into the heart, and then we have to chant with that quality so that we'll be able to, we'll be able to get the detachment. It comes naturally. No need to separately practice, but we have to work in that direction. It's not so easy to understand the Lord, because as long as we have anarthas and this pride It's very difficult. One time, the demons, they had a big war with the demons. Demigods had a big war with the demons, and it was a very fierce fighting. And with great effort, the Devatas became victorious, and they killed many demons, and then they all became so joyful. And what happens is, when we become victorious, there is always a tendency to forget the Lord. So what happened is, and then there is also, we start becoming proud. So same thing happened. Anytime victory comes, demons and demigods, this is a common thing, becoming proud. But when they become, the advantage for the good thing with the demigods is, when they are given proper instructions, they understand. Okay, this is right, this is wrong. But whereas demons cannot understand. So demigods, they became victorious, they were celebrating and all. But they were having little pride, and they were not able to remember the Supreme Lord, because that's how it happens when you become victorious. We don't want to share our credit with someone. This is, Are, I made so much, I worked so hard and I got it. But yeah, you got, but who gave you? That we forget. So here the same thing happened, but Lord didn't like it. He said, no, no, he don't want devotees to be proud. So he came as an Yaksha, and he was walking around the battlefield as if he is the cause of victory. He behaved in such a way that, I made it such a powerful thing and I became victorious. When Devatas saw, they didn't like it. They said, what is this fellow doing? Then they didn't appreciate his behavior and attitude. They felt, okay, the courage should be punished. So then they said, somebody should go and find out who is he, and no, teach him some lesson. And among demigods, Agni is considered the lowest, because he don't hesitate in going and touching anything. He even goes to the crematorium and burn the corpse. So he's considered the low, because he touches everything. Burning also. No. So then they sent Agni. Agni goes, and then when he was about to approach this Yaksha, he couldn't go only near him. There was some invisible energy that was blocking him coming closer to the Yaksha. Yakshas are the people who protect the treasures. That is why the Lord came as Yaksha. It's a symbolizing that you also have a great treasure in the heart. You have to take it out. That love should be taken out. So Lord is a protector in the heart. You want to protect, give that the deepest thing, that love. So when Agni goes there, and then Yaksha asks, who are you? And Agni actually forgets the purpose why he went. He was given the task, so he thinks, oh, it's some simple thing, I'll be able to manage. When he goes there, immediately he got bewildered. Then Agni, when Yaksha asks Agni, who are you? And he says, oh, I am Agni. I can do this, I am this, I am this. So he started telling, he is considered the first among all. He is the person who makes everything move, and so many glories are there. And then, what are your powers? He asks. He says, I can burn anything. Then Yaksha says, oh, really? He takes a piece of grass and says, you can show your power, burn this. Yaksha was a little offended, but then he understood, oh, it's not, there is something, some mess I am doing. I am messing up something. And when he saw the grass, he understood. I think I am not able to going to do it, but it was too late for him to come back. So he started blowing and put all his energy and started blowing that grass. The grass even did not become yellow. It became more green only. He could not do anything to the grass. Then Agni understood. Oh, and he asked Yaksha, who are you? But he don't answer. The Lord did not give any answer. Agni bowed out to him and went. He goes back to demigods, and demigods, what happened? Agni says, no, I didn't understand anything. I don't know who is he. So then they send Vayu. Vayu also, same thing happens. Why? Yes, Vayu also could not go near. Then he asks, Vayu, who are you? Vayu says, I am Vayu. And Vayu is elder to Agni and wiser also, and more stronger. But same thing happens. He says, okay, Agni could not burn this grass. Can you just lift this in the air? And Vayu tries, nothing happens. He also feels very impressed. And he goes back. Then Indra decides that I will go and check. Now, what happens is that when he goes, Yaksha disappears. Now, Indra was more wiser. He is intelligent. And another thing for Indra is he knows the meaning of yajna. So that is how we can understand Supreme Lord. When you perform yajna, heart is cleansed, then we can know the Lord. So Indra knows the purpose of yajna. Actually, Lord, we do so much sacrifice. We put so many things in that. We put navadhanyas and we put ghee. People sacrifice animals, gomedagya, ashwamedagya. But that is not exactly pleasing the Lord. What pleases the Lord in that ahuti, in that fire, if we put our ego, that actually satisfies the Lord. So when Indra came, Lord knows that no, Indra is not going to be like that. He is more intelligent. And even if Yaksha asks him, who are you? Indra, instead of answering, he will say, please tell who are you, because as soon as I came in front of you, I lost my energy. Some invisible force had taken away my energy. So Indra will ask properly. But Lord didn't want to directly tell him. That's why he disappears. When Indra goes, he disappears. And after some time, Uma appears, the daughter of Himalayan mountain, wife of Lord Shiva. She appears. Seeing Uma, Indra bows down to him and offers prayers, and then he asks, who is Dikshaksha? And then Uma Devi, she chastises Indra and says, Arey, he is Supreme Lord. From him only you got all this energy. Why are you doing all these things? So Indra apologizes. He prays. Now, very interesting lesson. It is, we want to understand Lord. Agni tried to understand Lord. Vayu tried and Indra tried. Similarly, we are also trying to understand the Lord. But in the creation, we have three levels of existence: Bhuloka, Bhurloka, and Swargaloka. Now, in the Bhuloka planetary systems, our attempt to try to understand the Lord is like that of Agni. So here, the scientists, they are trying to understand what is the Supreme, what is the truth, who is the Lord. But how they are trying with their senses. Similarly, Indra tried to understand the Lord with his senses. So that way of learning in this world, with help of our senses, we are trying to understand the Lord. Scientists are trying. We cannot understand him. And the second level where people are enamored and all is when they see some mistakes, some magic, some miracles, some sort of people are able to. So this is more subtle plane. This is Bhuarloka planetary system, which is more subtler, where people show some magics, miracles, and all these things where people are attracted to them. He said, oh, I went to this Swamiji, he immediately came to know what I was thinking and he solved all my problems. Now he is only God for me. Arey, you don't understand only what is uh, God means he should create whole creation is because of him. All the living entities are because of him, not just you are getting some ashes in the hand or no some here and there some miracles you do and then you become a God. This is actually no foolishness. So people are attracted to all these mistakes, magics, miracles. They think that is only God. No, it is not. That is at the level of Bhuvarloka, Vayu could not understand Lord. And then Swargloka planetary systems, Indra was intelligent, but Lord tell no, no, even you cannot understand. How you understand? We understand with the help of Guru. So then when Indra meets Uma Devi as a Guru, then he understood who is the Supreme Lord. So for us also, we should understand that with our limited intelligence, senses and mind, we can never understand the Lord. We will be able to understand him only by help of a Guru. So that is the most important thing. Okay, thank you all very much. Any questions, comments, or we can end here?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you for explaining all the verses so wonderfully in such a detailed and in-depth class. You spoke and explained that the Lord's highest mercy is the Lord's personal form. Also, by serving Vaishnavas, we can attain Krishna provided that service without committing any offense towards any of the Vaishnavas. Thank you for sharing the example of the boy who was tortured for 3 days. He never gave up and he's chanting and chanting and chanting and chanting. So his mind is.
Dhanvir Maharaj, this is ISKCON Maharaj, Guru.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Sorry. Yeah, but that's like so amazing. I mean, what people can, go through, like just because he's in Krishna consciousness, they're so envy and they want to try to brainwash him. But his endeavor, not giving up, he attains where the Lord is within his heart, directing him what to do, and how to escape. So that shows that this path is difficult, no doubt. But as you mentioned, by practice, by listening, by memorizing, and by attentive and sincerely chanting, most importantly, one can attain this one day when our heart is purified and clean from our anarthas. So thank you so much. Very grateful to you, Prabhuji. Very, very nice class. Hare Krishna dear devotees, if you have any questions or realizations, please go ahead and share.
Prabhu, thank you so much. Thank you so much for accepting this invitation to speak. And the class was so beautiful. You had such beautiful insights. And I really liked the last story about the Yaksha. It was very interesting, at the same time instructive. Thank you so much for all the efforts you put in, Prabhu. Very interesting class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prithviraj Mataji, for your beautiful realizations. In the chat, Prabhuji, Vanita Gandharika Mataji is thanking you for the beautiful class and for accepting at the last moment. Devan Prabhuji saying Hare Krishna Prabhuji, beautiful class. And Sunil Prabhuji is also saying very wonderful class. So Hare Krishna dear devotees, if there are no more questions or realizations, I would like to thank Radha Pramod Prabhuji once again for giving us valuable time and association this morning and for a very beautiful class and a lot of insights and examples. Very, very grateful to you, Prabhuji, and looking forward to your association in the near future. Do I have your permission, Prabhuji, to close the call?
Yes.
Vancha
Thank you.
kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuevcha
Awesome.
patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavyo namo namo अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय श्री वृंदावन दास ठाकुर जी की जय श्री चैतन्य भागवत की जय His Grace Radha
Radha
Pramod Prabhu ji ki jai.
ki jai.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.